Welcome to Truth by Billie Beene. Today's date, April 29, 2026, time in Texas, about 10 a.m. And thanks for like, subscribe, and share. Some of the things we'll cover: Comey arrest, President Trump, and the HMS Trump. The CCP is taking itself down from within by HIV, and Putin wants war. So let's get started. We have from U.S. Intel. So there was a televised part of the President Trump meeting with King Charles, during which they were whispering back and forth. U.S. Intel, via a lip reader, brings out that President Trump said to King Charles, Putin wants war. And if he does what he says he will do, it will wipe out half of the population. But my question is, which population? The U.S. or Ukraine? And King Charles, according to U.S. Intel, then said, let's talk about this later. And we have this. We also have that during the formal speech by King Charles in front of the joint session of Congress, that King Charles said the U.S. needs to prep for war with Russia and to defend Ukraine. So we see there's pieces to this story. From Crux, we have King Charles presented to President Trump the original conning tower bill from a British submarine, the HMS Trump, that was commissioned in 1941, put in service in 1944. I submit this. Apparently, to determine what names we're going to hear in the future, in government, world leaders, we can look to the past. I mean, why was the HMS Trump named the Trump in 1941 by Britain? And we know that Britain is the seat of the deep state. So that's going on. And we have this from Breitbart. So we're hearing that the DOJ, yesterday I put out, the DOJ had indicted James Comey. He was the former FBI director, 2013 to 2017. And yesterday we heard the DOJ was going to indict Comey because Comey had put out on Instagram last year or so a seashell design he allegedly just came across while he was taking a walk on the beach that he photographed and put on Instagram that said 8647. We know President Trump is president number 47, and 86, according to many symbol interpreters, means to do away with. 8647. Well, now DOJ has put forth an arrest warrant for Comey, and I understand Comey is just surrendering. So we'll see where this goes from here. So that's going on. And we have this from China Focus. The U.S. military, and I've put out my recent videos, the U.S. military is currently building a U.S. base in Nepal. Nepal is right on the border with China, and the U.S. for several months has been rebuilding World War II bases located on islands in the Indo-Pacific. Can it be that the U.S. military is getting ready for war with China? And we have this now, that U.S. military is doing drills in the Indo-Pacific, around the Philippines, Japan, and so on. And we have this. So China Observer puts out this information that the CCP, the Chinese government, and possibly this goes down to their military, is taking itself down from within by the spread of HIV. We know that they are communist, atheist, but apparently sexual promiscuity is rampant in China, and also that the CCP withholds information to the Chinese people about HIV and AIDS. But now we're seeing many Chinese CCP leaders being taken down, one being a Tong Chong, who was a secretary of the CCP at a district level. And it's coming out he has passed away, as have many CCP members, from HIV/AIDS, because the rampant practice among these party leaders and Chinese government, and I'm unclear on Chinese military, but definitely CCP and the Chinese government, where the leaders share mistresses, and they also engage in wild parties at clubs with prostitutes, and that HIV/AIDS is rampant among these leaders, where it's a common practice if a man wants to get a promotion within the government or the CCP, he offers them his wife or his daughter, and so on. So yeah, we see indiscretion and lack of moral compasses within China, leading to their destruction. So that's going on. And we have this from The Hill. Tuesday, the Senate blocked a Democrat resolution to stop President Trump from engaging in the U.S. military hitting Cuba. And we know that Cuba is also on his list. This concludes my flash. It's good to be in prayer for America, President Trump, the U.S. military, and world peace. I love you, and I'll see you soon.